The Department of Foreign Affairs says it summoned on Monday, March 25, China's chargé d'affaires in the country, as Manila protests Beijing's latest aggressive actions against the Philippines' resupply mission in the West Philippine Sea. DFA spokesperson Teresita Daza says they have also instructed the Philippine Embassy in Beijing to lodge a similar protest before the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs there. This comes after the China Coast Guard on March 23 fired water cannons at Philippine resupply boat Onaizame 4, causing significant damage to the vessel and injuring a number of personnel. In a statement, Daza stresses that China has no right to be in Ayungin Shoal, highlighting the shoal as part of the Philippines' exclusive economic zone in accordance with international law. She reiterates the Philippines' demand that Chinese vessels leave the vicinity of Ayungin Shoal immediately. Daza also underscores the Philippines' sincere efforts in lowering tensions in the disputed waters, but China's aggressive actions persist. A 2016 arbitral ruling invalidated Beijing's sweeping claims over almost the entire South China Sea, including the West Philippine Sea. It also upheld Philippine sovereignty over its exclusive economic zone. Since January, the Philippines filed 14 note-for-PAWS against China. And since President Bongbong Marcos assumed office in 2022, Manila lodged 147 diplomatic protests against Beijing for its continued intrusion in the West Philippine Sea. Apart from defense treaty alliances, Senator Francis Tolentino is urging the Department of Foreign Affairs to establish a research and development pact with maritime countries. Tolentino is currently the chairperson of the Senate Special Panel on Maritime and Admiralty Zones. His statement comes after China's most recent water cannon attack on a Philippine vessel en route for a resupply mission in the West Philippine Sea. According to Tolentino, the establishment of research and development alliances could help in mobilizing international support. The senator suggests involving not only regular allies in terms of defense pacts, but also non-defense allies concerned about upholding international law. Tolentino particularly notes that the Philippine government could establish this alliance with Norway, the Netherlands, as well as other countries in Europe and Latin America that are far from the Philippines. Tolentino also says he sees no end to China's violation of the Philippines' rights under international laws. Meanwhile, in a separate statement, Senator Grace Poe is pushing for China to be held accountable for its recent aggression in the West Philippine Sea. The widow of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo wants answers from the Anti-Money Laundering Council as to why the properties of expelled Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves remain operational. Teves was recently arrested in Timor-Leste. He is accused of masterminding the killing of Governor Degamo and 9 others in March 2023. In a radio interview, Janice Degamo says she wants to ask the Anti-Money Laundering Council why the golf course and sugar mill owned by Teves is still supposedly operational and why Teves' flow of money continues. Last year, the government tagged Teves and his brother Pride Henry as terrorists for their alleged roles in a series of killings and harassment in their province that culminated in the death of their political rival, Governor Degamo. As a result, the Anti-Money Laundering Council said it froze the assets of the Teves siblings in compliance with the Anti-Terrorism Act of 2020. The slaughtered golden retriever named Killua tested positive for rabies, according to the Philippine Animal Welfare Society. PAWS Director Ana Cabrera says this is based on the test conducted by the Bureau of Animal Industry over the weekend. However, Cabrera notes the testing may not be accurate due to several factors. According to Cabrera, the dog's body had already been buried for 5 days before testing and may have been contaminated from being in an area where stray dogs have already been slaughtered. Cabrera says they also immediately informed the owner, Vina Arazas, who is now considered at risk for the virus after hugging the bloodied body of Killua. PAWS is urging Killua's owner, as well as others who may have been scratched or bitten by the dog, to get post-exposure shots for rabies. Killua was killed in Camarines Sur on March 17. A certain Anthony Solares admitted to killing the dog, saying Killua chased his child. In CCTV footage posted by Killua's owner, Solares was seen hitting Killua as the dog was running around trying to escape. According to PAWS, Solares allegedly brought Killua to a known slaughterhouse and dog meat cooking area. The group also notes Solares' Carinderia business sells meat viands near the dog slaughter area. On Monday, March 25, PAWS and Arazas filed criminal charges against Solares for violation of the Animal Welfare Act and the Anti-Rabies Act. The Manila International Airport Authority says over 134,000 air passengers flocked to the country's main international gateway on Palm Sunday, March 24. According to the MIAA, they logged some 134,000 travelers at the terminals of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, which is higher than last year's figure of about 116,000. However, this year's Palm Sunday foot traffic at NAIA is still lower than the pre-pandemic volume of around 144,000 passengers in 2019. As per the airport authority's recent data, they are expecting some 1 million passengers at NAIA during the 8-day period of the Holy Week, which starts at Palm Sunday and ends at Easter Sunday on March 31. Airports operated by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines are under heightened alert from March 24 to 31 as part of its preparations for the surge of Holy Week passenger volume.